Hello everybody, Relle here, and this week we are clicking our way to victory with OhNoo Studios point-and-click adventure Tsioque. This game was provided by the developers and the Gaming Outsider podcast for the purposes of this review. With a name that's impossible to pronounce unless someone tells you how, you're welcome. Is Tsioque a worthwhile adventure? And should you buy it? Tsioque takes place in a fantasy world where the queen is off fighting wars and the court wizard takes the opportunity to seize control of the castle and imprison the princess. Your task: stop the wizard's evil plans and save the kingdom. Of course, first you'll have to break out of prison. If you're a newcomer to the point-and-click genre, it's a relatively simple gameplay loop. You'll have to comb each area to find things you can interact with. Items you can find are often the only way past certain obstacles. Which items to use, as well as where to find them, is never explained, and that's by design. In short, while the gameplay is relatively simple, solving the puzzles requires decoding a sometimes twisted logic. And when all else fails, just keep clicking everything until something works. That said, don't expect to get through the game without consequence. You can and likely will make wrong moves that end with the princess getting caught. Failure isn't too punishing though, as the game is generous with its autosaves. This does mean, however, that the game can and probably will devolve into trial and error at points. It's not all puzzle solving though. You'll also run into a few QuickTime and controllable sequences that break up the usual gameplay loop. While this can be a welcome change of pace, some of them do drag on longer than they should and don't have enough variety in each one to justify their length. That said, you can skip these sequences, though that does beg the question why they were included to begin with. Tsioque is currently available on Steam and GOG for $14 American. Although the art is remarkable and the puzzles interesting, the game is only about 3 to 4 hours long depending on how stuck you get. For point-and-click fans, this might not seem too bad, but if you're a newcomer to the genre, it's a fairly steep price for not a lot of content, especially compared to similar games. As such, waiting for a sale is recommended. Be sure to listen to the Gaming Outsider podcast, episode 222, to hear me talk more about the game. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this review, subscribe and click that notification bell to see more in the future. Leave me a comment with your thoughts on the game below, and I will see you next time.